Hello, everybody. Welcome to yoga, virtual yoga. My name is Alexa Newman, and I am a certified yoga instructor, and I'm also a librarian here at the Algonquin Area Public Library District. I'm welcoming you again to our latest online class. This is the week of Thanksgiving. And it's going to be a very different Thanksgiving for many of us this year. So I want to focus our practice today, our meditations and our thoughts towards gratitude. I invite you to begin your practice by getting into an easy seated position of your choosing. But I would like you to actually be sitting up with a straight spine and back, our shoulders back, not hunched forward, not rolled over. A crisscross applesauce, otherwise known as Sukhasana, or easy seated is not comfortable for you. Please arrange yourself into something that is. Feel free to bring blankets or pillows, blocks or something under your knees, or to raise yourself up, sit on a blanket or a towel or something to help tilt your pelvis a little bit forward to be a little bit more balanced. Please do that. Okay, other props we might be using today before we get started would be a bolster, which could be a nice sturdy furniture cushion, or a firm pillow, or a blanket or towel that you've folded up. You can use those as well. Yoga strap, that also would be possibly used today. So with that all being said, let's come to our easy position. Hands on your knees. You could either have them palms down or up if you feel like you are in a receiving mood. You can have hands up as well. Close your eyes and let's start focusing our breathing, slowing it down gently, in and out. Through our diaphragm, breathing down from our belly. Begin to breathe in and out through your nose. You may wish to close your eyes now. And we are going to, like I said, bring our focus, our intentions towards gratitude for this Thanksgiving week. And this meditation was written by Naomi King. A person reaches their arms to the sky as the sun rises. Every day we experience hunger and yearning for food, for approval, for respect, for love, for meaningful work, for any and enough work, for home, for family, for friends, for health, for healing, for hope, for the departed and for the newly arrived, for the green trees, for the cool, clean waters, for shade in the heat of the day, and for stars to light the velvet night. Every day, we are invited anew to be thankful. For food, for approval, for respect, for love, for meaningful work, for any and enough work, for home, for family, for friends, for health, for healing, for hope, for the departed, for the newly arrived, for the green trees, for the cool, clean waters, for shade in the heat of the day, and for stars to light the velvet night. Our hearts beating in liberating flight, we soar in gratitude for all the gifts we have in this day, in this lifetime of being, and turn again to share this bounty with all that is. Be blessed. Okay, let us begin. You may open your eyes. And we are going to begin with a revolved Sukhasana. So first of all, I want you just to uncross your legs for a moment. Okay, wiggle them out. And if you were sitting crisscross applesauce, we're going to reverse our cross. So I love doing this because it's such a small thing, but we always intuitively cross one way or the other. It has to do with right and left brain dominance and which hand we are. If you're right-handed or left-handed, we tend to, like I said, have a pattern. This small cross not only is good for symmetry of our muscular system, it also helps kind of like open up new neural pathways. So change your crisscross. And we are going to do a revolution here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take one hand, in my case I'm taking my left hand towards my right knee, and I'm going to reach my right hand behind me, and we're going to twist and look over our shoulder if we can. Once we're here, I want you to relax, let go, loosen up those muscles. Loosen up the muscles in your thighs, tops and bottoms, the insides. Relax your toes. Relax your glutes. Let's breathe in and out gently through our noses. If you feel like you can twist a little bit deeper, inhale. On your exhale, twist a little bit deeper into the pose if it's available to you. Remember to keep relaxing. Sometimes we unconsciously will tense up our muscles. Relax. Allow yourself to deepen the pose. Try reflecting on items of gratitude. Stop worrying about what needs to get done and focus on where you are right now in this moment. Okay, untwist ourselves and stretch those legs back out. Shake them out just a little bit, point your toes, flex your feet, point, flex. Spread those toes out wide for a minute. Raise your arms up over your head for a minute. Bring them down. Cross your legs back the original direction. And we're going to twist in the opposite direction. So now I'm taking my right hand onto my left knee, and I'm going to twist. And look back over my right shoulder. Once again, relax, release. Don't clench up those legs. Allow them to loosen. Feel your breath in and out, rotating through your body, circulating through your body. following the blood as it flows through your body, all the way down to the teeny tiny capillaries, back up. Relax, let go, release the muscles in your face. You might need to relax your jaw a little bit. Okay, we're going to turn back around to the front. Let's roll those shoulders just a little bit, lift them up, bring them down, up and down. Okay, I'm going to remove the blocks. And now we are going to move on to our hands and knees and transition into a wide-legged child's pose. And child's pose is a really nice restorative pose. It's like a reset button for our central nervous system in a lot of ways. Okay, so, and in this case, we're doing wide-legged, so I want you to bring your knees out towards the edges of your mat. Okay. You can bring your toes together if you desire, or you can leave them out. I tend to bring them in till my big toes are touching. And then we're going to lean back, and the goal is to try and get your tushy towards your heels. And if you can do that, that's awesome. If not, that's all right. And then we're going to stretch our arms out in front of us and bring our heads down towards the floor. Now, if this is not comfortable or available to you, I invite you to get a bolster or a pillow. And what you can do is actually bring the pillow back towards your knees. And we can rest on the pillow. And once again, drape your arms forward. And you can turn your head to one side or the other if that's more comfortable. And then once you're here, relax and let go and release your muscles. If you do have your forehead on the floor, maybe revolve your head, turn it back and forth just a little bit, massage that third eye right there at the center of your forehead. There's some nerve bundles right there, so just rocking back and forth just a little bit your head will stimulate that. Okay, we're going to come up now onto our hands and knees. If you are on a bolster, we're going to move it. This pose we just did last week. We're going to thread the needle again. So let's get ourselves into a nice tabletop position. And then we are going to, I'm going to start this direction. I'm going to kick my right foot out till it's on the side. I'm going to take my left hand and I'm going to bring it under my right arm with my palm up. And I'm going to stretch my right arm forward, my hand down. I'm going to bring my left ear towards the floor and stretch my arm through. So I'm threading the needle. Okay, now if that is not comfortable for you, if that's not available, you may want to either pull your knees down and be on your knees like this. And you want your bottom straight up in the air. You don't want to be falling back too far. And if that is not comfortable, you may wish to rest your head on a block or a bolster. Like that. Okay? I personally find having the leg out, it's kind of like having a kickstand. It actually helps me balance a little bit more. Okay. So, whichever one you were in, you got your leg out, let's bring that leg in. Pull your arm out, come back to a nice tabletop. We are going to do a couple of quick cat-cows. Cow, we drop our belly down, lift our head up, look towards the wall in front of us. Cat, arch your back up, pull up your belly button towards the ceiling, drop your head, turn your elbows, creases of your elbows in till they're facing each other, and then inhale to cow, turn those elbow creases towards the wall in front of you. Feel your lower back, your belly button dropping towards the floor. Exhale to cat. Inhale, cow. Do 3 more of these at your own breath's pace. And then come to neutral. And now we're going to do the other side. So let's kick out that other foot. And then we are going to take the opposite hand palm, bring it through, palm up, stretch out your arm. I'm moving back a little bit because I was too far forward on the mat. Okay. All right, once again, like I said, you can rest on a bolster, a block. Keep the legs together using a bolster. You could actually, have top arm up there and just thread through like that. In this direction, it looks like this. Okay. I want you to release your muscles, relax, let go. We're going to take a few more breaths. Okay. If you had your leg kicked out like a kickstand, bring it back. Pull your arm back out. We're going to come back up to tabletop. And now we're going to come down onto our bellies. This is a pose that I really like. It's a nice stretch on our shoulders. Many of us carry tension in our shoulders. I know I've been carrying a whole lot in my shoulders lately. It's called broken wing. And for this pose, we start on our bellies, our hands out in a T. And I'm going to start this one by turning towards you all. So I'm going to take my left palm and I'm going to turn it, twist it, my thumb from up by my head, turning it down towards my toes. So the pinky side is like facing the wall in front of me. My thumb is pointing towards my toes with the palm up. Okay? And then I am going to twist towards you, bringing that knee up, and I'm going to take my right arm like that, and I'm going to drop back like this. Now, see, I'm having trouble with my head, doesn't want to reach the floor, so I'm going to pull over a block to put my head on the block. And there we go. And I'm letting my hand reach towards the other. So like, oh, we're going to try and have them maybe meet if they can. If you can clasp your fingers behind you, that's great. If you can't, it's all right. Just let it kind of hang forward. Once you're here, relax. Release your jaw. Take the tongue off the roof of your mouth. Breathe in and out through your diaphragm. If your thoughts are wandering, acknowledge them. Say, okay, yeah, I know that this has got to happen later today, but then let it go. And bring your focus back here to the moment. Think of one thing that you are grateful for right in this moment. Maybe it's that cup of coffee you had this morning. Maybe it's the fact you didn't have to wake anyone else in the household up. They all got up on their own and got moving on their own. Okay. We're gonna unclasp those hands if they were clasped. Bring the leg down, and we are going to come back down to our bellies. I want you to reach your hands up in front of you for a moment. Stretch towards the opposite sides of the room so your hands are reaching forward, your toes are pointing back, and release. Now we're going to go and do the other side. So I'm going to rotate so I can actually won't be talking to the wall. You don't need to do that, obviously. So continue to lay on your bellies. I'm going to turn around here. And I'm going to have the block nearby. Once again, remember hands out to a T. Twist that bottom hand so the thumb is moving towards your toes, but your palm is up. And then we're going to turn over so that, and we're going to bring the top leg, that knee up, bend the knee, foot bottom on the floor. Take your hand, bring it over, so like the hands are going to clap. If you could clasp your hands, cross your fingers, that's great. Once you're here, relax, release your head. Relax those muscles in your neck. Release your jaw, don't clench it. Feel your breath moving in and out. Feel those shoulders, your chest, your heart opening. This is a nice heart opener. It's stretching our shoulders. It's kind of opening up the rib cage a little bit. Notice where sensation, where you're feeling the stretch, where your body is focusing at the moment, and it's going to move from place to place as you hold the pose. The longer you hold the pose, the more you'll notice this. Like, oh, first I was really noticing the stretch in my bottom shoulder, but now I'm feeling it maybe in my thigh. Now it's moving towards my neck. Maybe I could feel it in the muscles that move down my back or wrap around my sides. Relax. Let go of those muscles. Relax your back muscles. Relax the tushy. Release the muscles, your quadriceps, your glutes. Relax your shoulders. Okay. You are holding your hands, unclasp them. You're going to roll back down to your belly, face down, and then you're going to reach your arms out in front of you, your toes straight back, and you're going to stretch again. And I'm turning around so I can see my instructions. Okay. You are going to, like I said, stretch out there. You're going to roll over onto your back and you're going to sit up, okay? Just like this. You might want to grab a strap or your bolster. Our next pose is called caterpillar or staff. And let me grab that. Okay. Because we're going to be holding it for a while, there are going to be more curved lines. Normally when you do a staff pose, we're actually we want to have a straight back and lean forward with that straight back. When we do the caterpillar version, we allow the bend and the curve. The other thing I want to caution you about is we don't want to hyperextend our legs when they're stretched out like this. By hyperextending, I mean hearing it lock or feeling it lock. That's actually hyperextending, overextending your joints. So if that tends to happen, you may want to roll up a towel, put them under your knees if you can't keep a gentle bend there in your knees. So the next step we're going to do is, if you have a strap, you can actually reach it out. I want your feet hip widths apart, so don't have them zipped together. Another little variation on this pose, oftentimes in a vinyasa flow, we zip the feet together. In this case, I want them a little bit apart. You're going to put it around the ball knots of your feet. That means that's the fleshy part right under the toes, not on the arch. I want you to take your hands and reach forward as far as you can. And for some of you, that might be just your knees. Some of you, you may be able to actually grab your toes. That's great too. I want you to reach as far as you can and then allow your arms to drop, your head to drop. If you can reach your toes, I invite you to do that. A really fun trick I like to do is I actually put my fingers in between my toes. That gives them a nice little massage. And then, like I said, allow your head to drop forward. And with each breath, relax and feel yourself moving closer, your head moving closer to the floor. You're folding further in. Release the muscles in your neck, in your shoulders. Relax your glutes. Breathe in, breathe out. If you do not have a strap, can't reach that far, you may want to bring your bolster and put it on your lap, and you can put it lengthwise or crosswise and allow yourself to just drape over your bolster or your pillow. Okay, let's sit back up. Move that bolster if you have the bolster. Release the strap if you have a strap. And now we're going to lay back on our backs. Okay. Bend your knees, bring your feet bottoms flat on the floor. Bring your arms out to a T for a moment. Position your shoulders. You may need to lift them up a bit so you feel your spine and your skull aligned. You may want to lift up your tushy and reposition your hips until your sit bones are situated on the floor and you feel like your spine is straight. Once they're there, you can pull your knees up towards you. Wrap your hands around your shins and hug your feet in. Once again, you don't have to have your knees zipped up if you don't want to. You could have them apart or together. This is your own personal preference. We're not lifting up our head. And we're not lifting up the small of our back. Keep that tailbone on the floor. Breathe in and out. Feel your spine flattening, melding to the floor, to the mat beneath you. Relax your arms. Feel those triceps, biceps loosening. Your shoulders relaxed. Let gravity kind of pull your arms down. Your breath should be coming from your belly. Relax your mouth, your jaw. Take the tongue off the roof of your mouth. Okay. Relax, release your legs down to the floor. Now it's time to grab bolster or a folded blanket. Our next pose is called pontoon. And I really like this particular pose. It is a back bend. And what we are going to do is we may need to shift just a little bit. Said it's a back bend, but we're going to actually sit on the bolster, lift ourselves up. So the small of the back, the top of your tushy is on the bolster. Okay? And if this is too intense, use a folded towel instead, or a folded blanket. You don't need to have as much of an arch as I do, but this is a back bend. We've been leaning forward and now we're doing a back bend. So once again, symmetry. Stretch your arms out in front of you, have your feet out towards the edges of the mat. Your arms up with your palms facing up over your head. If it's more comfortable, you may want to put your head on a block. Find a block, I'll show you. There we go. So there, that, whoops, yeah. Lessens the curve a little bit. I actually like it better down. And if this back bend is going too far into the pose for you, you can always just lay flat on the floor. Breathe in, breathe out. Don't forget to breathe. Okay, been there about 3 minutes. So I want you to gently roll to your side. We're going to remove that bolster. We're going to lay back down on the floor. And I want you to bring your feet bottoms up, so bend your knees. We're going to cross our left foot over our right knee. And then you can bring it up towards you. And we're going to grab our thigh, wrap our arms around it. And you could keep your leg extended or drop it. And this is a version of pigeon. We did pigeon last week. This is a reverse version. It's a reclining pigeon, one version of reclining pigeon. Once you're here, breathe gently in and out. Relax your muscles. Let go of those muscles in your back. Relax your glutes. Relax your shoulders. Relax your neck. You shouldn't be pulling anything, so your hands shouldn't be pulling your knees towards you. Just the fact that your fingers are interlaced, they're holding that leg. So the leg is naturally wanting to move back towards the floor. Your hands are keeping it balanced in the air. Let's uncross those legs. Bring the feet back down to the floor. Stretch those arms back out into a T. Extend your legs for a moment. Stretch. Fire those muscles, spark those fingers, and relax. Okay. Bring your feet bottoms back up. Lift your tushy up for a minute, reposition yourself. Same thing with your shoulders. Get yourself nice and centered. And now we're going to cross the right leg over the left. We're going to bring up that knee, clasp your fingers behind the left thigh, and relax. Are you feeling the muscles pull in the same places on this side, or is it different? Remember to breathe. Take that tongue off the roof of your mouth. Open that jaw just a little bit. Relax the muscles in your shoulders. Maybe let your head drop to one side or the other, your ear drop towards the floor. Okay, uncross your legs, bring them back down towards the floor. Stretch your legs out. Arms up over your head. I want you to take your right foot and bring it towards the right corner of the mat. Take your right hand, take it up towards the top right corner. And now we're going to take our left foot, bring it over to meet. Same thing, so we're making a nice little crescent. This is called banana asana because we look like a banana. Once you're here, you can stay there. If you want to deepen the pose, you can cross that left foot over the right ankle. You can grab onto your left wrist with your right hand. Only do this if you can keep your left hip on the floor and your left shoulder on the floor. I don't want you raising up and twisting like that. If you feel a full stretch without crossing, don't cross. The crossing of the ankles and pulling of the wrist is just to deepen the pose for those that aren't getting enough of a stretch on the floor next to each other. You should be feeling a nice stretch that spans your body from your pinky, your wrists, all the way along the left side of your body, down towards your ankles and your feet. Take some nice, deep, slow breaths. Then we can uncross those ankles, let go of the wrists, and then we're going to bring ourselves back to center. Bring the feet back to the center of the mat, your arms, stretch them up over your head, bring them down for a minute, flex those feet, Open up your hands, your fingers spread wide. Reach them down towards the toes. Pull the toes back up and relax. Now we're going to take our hands back over our heads. And we're going to take that left foot towards the bottom left corner of the mat. The left arm with palm up towards the left top corner. And then bring the right foot around to meet that left foot. And bring the right arm over. Now I'm going to grab the right wrist with my left hand. And I'm going to cross that right foot over the left ankle. And if you look, you can see I'm not lifting. My right hip isn't lifting up like that. My right shoulder isn't lifting up. If you find yourself twisting and lifting up, you're too far into the stretch. That's not the point of the stretch. You can just stay down like this. I want you to feel that stretch. Starting in your pinky, moving up your arm, through the armpit, through the back, along the sides of your body, down through the hip, down along the leg, up and through to your right foot. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in and out. Feel your belly rise and fall. Relax, release. Relax those glutes, relax the muscles in your pelvic girdle. Relax your shoulders, your back. Take 3 more nice, deep, slow, steady breaths. And then release your right arm, uncross the ankles. Bring everything back to center. And we are going to prepare to transition into Shavasana. At this time, you may want to put on socks, get a full blanket, put on your sweater. You may want to bring a bolster to put the bolster up under your knees to elevate your knees. You may want to put your legs up the wall, but this is a time for our final meditation. So I'm going to give you a few moments to get yourself comfortable. Once you're there, I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to start by breathing for 5 seconds. Breathing in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it. Now breathe out for 10. I want you to keep repeating this until you feel all of your muscles starting to relax. We're going to focus once again on being thankful, on gratitude. So we're going to start at the top of our head and work our way down, feeling gratitude every step of the way. We're going to start with 10 unique spots. Have gratitude for your hair, for your eyes, your mouth, your brain. Find gratitude for your neck and your chest and beyond. I want you to pause at each spot and express gratitude in your mind for every piece of you. As you pause, imagine that there is a warm light landing on you in that spot. This warmth represents the spark of gratitude that you are igniting. Pay special attention to the parts of yourself that you routinely condemn or hide or hate. Now, once you've expressed gratitude for your physical body, I invite you to do the same thing, but focus your attentions inward. So focus on 5 qualities about yourself to reflect upon and be grateful for. Things like persistence, love, your work ethic, your avocation, your sense of humor. Now consider adding something you perhaps think is a flaw, like your fear or anxieties. And be grateful for that part of yourself as well. The parts of ourselves that we consider to be flaws are still a part of us. And as such, they deserve our love and our gratitude. Focus on loving yourself and experiencing gratitude holistically, with no buts about it. Don't forget to use that warm ray of gratitude as you shift between the different focus points. Okay, now we've expressed gratitude for yourself inside and out. I want you to shift that ray of gratitude towards the people and things in your life. From the deeply personal, like your loved ones, to the mundane, like the roads that we drive on every day. Now try and flow through at least 10 external things in your world. Now, throughout this process so far, your ray of gratitude has gotten stronger and stronger. Now that your ray of gratitude is supercharged, imagine it filling you up each time you breathe in. And then imagine it illuminating the world each time you breathe out. So you breathe in, you are filling yourself with gratitude. And as we exhale, we're spreading it and illuminating it throughout the world. Your gratitude will nourish you, and it also will nourish the world. Okay, I want you to start coming back. So let's wiggle those fingers and toes. Maybe make some nice ankle circles, one direction and the other. Make circles with your wrists. Now you can roll over onto your side. Pull your knees in towards you. Give yourself a hug. When you're ready, gently, slowly push yourself up into an easy seated position of your choice. Bring your hands out to your sides. I invite you to join me in 3 rounds of sun breath. Raise your hands up over our heads. Exhale, bring them down. Inhale up. Exhale down. On the last inhale, pulling in our gratitude for all of our blessings. Bring them in towards your vision center and then in towards your heart. The light in me sees the light in you. I honor you as you honor me. That is a translation of the word namaste. I wish you all a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving week filled with blessings and gratitudes. I will be here again next week. Until then, namaste, everybody. Thank you for sharing a practice.